Hey YouTube, this is my first video ever, so please don't criticize me on if I say or just kind of blank out, okay? I don't have any cards, so I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. The first video I ever really wanted to make was a coming out video, so if you can't figure out from what that means, I'm gay. If you don't like it, please stop this video and go to something else. And by the time I finish, please do not send any hateful comments to me. Please do not do that. Otherwise than that, I will go on with the story. It kind of starts off with, I've always kind of known I was gay. I didn't really know what gay means until middle school, but in elementary school, that's kind of when a lot of my friends started noticing the opposite sex, and I just never had that interest in them. And all the way up until now, I still don't. I still like guys, and well, as a friend, I both like males and females, but sexually I only like guys. Alright? So my first person I've ever came out to, it was in high school. And we were all sitting at the lunch table, me and a group of friends, filled up the entire lunch table, and we just sat and talked like we usually do. But what I've noticed ever since the school year started, and even ever since freshman year, I've kind of noticed this, that we always sit sexist. In other words, girls sit always on this side, boys always sit on this side. But one day I was kind of late getting my lunch, one day from the long lines, and I noticed this, and I just, after a conversation, I forgot what they were talking about, I kind of said, hey guys, you ever notice that we kind of sit sexist? Girls always sit on this side, guys always sit on this side. But it was kind of weird from where I was sitting that I actually said that, because I was kind of mixed in with the girls a little bit. In other words, to my left side there was a whole bunch of girls, and on my right side there was one girl. She was kind of late getting a lunch with me, so we kind of sat on opposite sides just because of where the lines were and where the tables were. So she kind of notices too, looking around. The girls all knew, well, not really knew, but the girls noticed it too. The guys noticed it too, and then the girl that was sitting on my right, she kind of said, well, technically I'm just a boy, so you're the one kind of on the opposite side. Well, my friends know my kind of humor, and they know I don't kind of say, they know I don't really mess with other people's sexuality, because there are other gay people at my school. And I just kind of went out and came. I just kind of came out and said, well, technically I'm gay. So, all the guys kind of thought I was joking, because they just started making gay jokes and your mama jokes right after that. The girls were all kind of shocked, but I wasn't really coming out to all the girls. I was only coming out to Megan, the girl sitting to my right, and the one that had made the joke about, oh, I'm a boy. I know she was joking. I was just kind of going along with it, and I was tired of hiding it. It always felt like something was burning in me every time I was hanging out with someone that didn't know, or just anyone that I knew personally and they didn't know that I was gay. So after that, actually, we had one more block to go to, one more classroom to go to after that, and at the end of the school day, when I was heading back to the band hall, yes, I am in band, And for the record, I'm also a sophomore. Don't think I'm a senior. Alright? Just because of the voice and the beard. And by the end of the day, basically all my friends knew. Guys, girls, I think even some of the teachers, but I don't know. Some of the teachers that I don't even have, because my friends were almost, well, some of them say they were blurting it out in the classroom, so, but all of them were fine with it. Some of them even kind of knew, but they didn't want to ask because they always thought it was rude. But one of my closest friends, we can call her Chloe, she came up to me after school when I was heading to the band hall and personally asked me if I was gay. I said yes, and she was mainly sporadic. She wasn't even shocked. She just, sporadic. I don't really know how to really define it. Then there was one other case to where I kind of came out, but other than that, I only had to come out to one other person, and that was one of my friends that's a guy. He's not my boyfriend, never will be. He's straight. I do not try and change people, especially sexuality. We were heading home from youth one day. He needed a ride home. He lives pretty close to me, so I drove him. And he decided, since he's never been on one, that he wants to try and go on a double date. I was one of his friends, and he knows that I haven't had a girlfriend in quite a long time. So he decided that he would try and get me a girlfriend. And he said, well, what kind of girls are you into? And I just said, it's really hard to describe that. He said, well, I know your personality, so why don't you try going out with this girl or this girl? Why don't you try this girl or something else like that? I told him, no, I can't go out with her. I can't go out with her. She won't do. I can't. And he went through this entire list of girls, from freshman all the way to like senior. I don't even know how we knew some of the seniors, but he listed them all to me, and I said no to each one. He said, dude, you at least have to try one of the girls. I said, I can't. I'm not into that kind of stuff. He looked at me kind of weird, and luckily I was pulling up to his driveway, so if he had a bad reaction, I knew I could just kind of push him out and drive away. But when I parked in his driveway, and I just turned off the car and said, I'm gay. He took it. He was shocked at first, but over time he took it well. He was like for an entire month in denial that I was gay. But right after I told him, he didn't believe me. He started ranting, oh no, you can't be gay. I've known you for so long. You are not you're not gay. I've known you. You've had girlfriends. And I told him that any time a girl wanted to go out with me, it was their choice. But along with that, I called up Chloe, and she explained it to him, and he still didn't get it. So he kind of stormed out of my car, went inside. Luckily, he did not call me afterwards, still trying to convince me that I'm not gay. And also he didn't tell his parents, luckily, because his parents know my parents, and my parents do not know. I don't know if I've said that or not, but oh well. Okay, and that's basically my story up until now. My parents do not know, my brother does not know, but if you do see this video, Mom, Dad, Chip, I guess you get the point from now. And if any of my friends see this, please do not bring this up. I kind of want to tell them in person, but if they do find out this way, ask me anything, Mom, Dad, Chip. I'm open-minded about it. I everything, basically. Well, not everything, but I've done a lot of soul searching, I guess you could say, so. Anyway, I gotta go. This is probably a long one, a long coming out story, but there will be a second coming out story for when I come out to my parents. Alright? Goodbye, YouTube, for now.